Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel here at the Philmelodia Club, and you're watching the second episode in season 2 of our financial seminar. And in our financial seminars, we always have interesting topics that can help us as university students to be better at financing and managing our money. This episode this evening is no different, and we have an exciting one planned for you, but I'm not going to tell you too much about it right now, so stay tuned until then. In the meantime, you can follow us on our socials at on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at philmelodia_club with 3 B's.
Let us pray. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you so much for your love, your grace, and your mercy. We're praying, oh God, that you'll bless us with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as the ladies go through this financial seminar. May they be educated and equipped on how to handle their bags. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
For our last financial seminar, we had Charlicia, who is a resident host, so you may be looking at this face and it's a bit unfamiliar. But last episode, we had Charlicia, who discussed with some men from Cedar Hall on how men secure their bank. I'm sitting in for Charlicia today, and we're going to be talking with some women on how women secure their bank. But before we go further into the program, we're going to cut to our icebreaker.
Our icebreaker for today is when, what, who. When was our first financial seminar for season 1 held? What was the topic of our financial seminar? Who was our presenter for that first financial seminar?
Hi everyone, our financial tip for this seminar is: too many people spend money they earn to buy things they don't want to impress people that they don't like. A wise person should have money in their head but not in their heart.
Welcome back everyone to the second episode in the second season of our financial seminar. And today we have some interesting presenters with us, and we're going to be talking about how women secure their bag. So on my right are 4 beautiful ladies, like listen, next level beautiful. And I just want you all to introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about you. And yeah, so we're going to start with Dinelle.
Hi everyone, I'm Danelle Smith. I am the president of the Business and Secretarial Students Organization, a proud member of Philmelodia Club. I'm here to, vibe with my ladies.
Hello, I'm Samia Morgan. I'm a member of BASO, I'm the PRO, and I'm a member of the Philmelodia Club. And today we'll just be talking about how to secure our bags.
Yes, definitely.
Hi everyone, my name is Alia Magowan. I am the Vice President of Finance and Planning for USM 2021 to 2022 review.
Hi everyone, I'm Amoy Henry and I'm also a member of the USM Exec. I am the Female Sports Director for the 2021 2022 regime. And as they stated before, we're just here to vibe on the topic how women secure their bag.
Yes, thank you all so much, ladies, for introducing yourselves. So, audience, now you know a little bit about our presenters. So, we're just going to go straight into it. I have a very plain question, I guess. How do you secure your bag? So, anybody can just jump in.
Alright, as for me, I secure my bag by working. I own a small work from home business, a food business, which helps me to secure my bag and to offset my financial expenses.
Wow, love that. Love that.
I feel like Sam should get it.
Alright, so I like to call myself a serial entrepreneur, so I own multiple small businesses. I sell skincare, ear care, and also do graphic designing. So that's one way that I secure my bag.
Wow, I love that.
Love that for them. Me on the other hand, I'm unemployed. I'm not unemployed. Actually. I think for me, I mostly use my skills and my time. So even in my final year, I've actually started multiple internships. You know, multiple streams of income is what we're working with.
Yes.
So I use my time and my skills to ensure that I get what I want.
Well, for me, how I secure my bag, it's just by working at the moment. But for me, in this, day and age, I don't think that's enough. So what I'm doing now is to educate myself about certain investment, different streams of income at the moment. Yeah, so later on, you're going to hear
bag.
Yeah, all right, thank you so much, ladies. So I have a next question. And this one is very important because for us as women, many times it's a lot more difficult for us to just do things in life. So do you think it is difficult or more difficult for women to secure their bags?
Well, for me, I don't think it is difficult for women to secure their bags. If you're not securing your bag, I just think that you're lazy. You're just being lazy. Sorry. You're just being lazy at the moment because there's a lot of skills out there. There's a lot of free online classes out there. So it is easy for us to actually secure our bags.
Right. I agree. I think to some extent I can get where they want the question to go. Is because sometimes in practicality it's harder for a woman entrepreneur to go ahead and get some things done. People will underestimate her and all those stuff. But I think where we are in society now, we know that anything that a man can do, we can do it as well, and there's nothing stopping us. So I think that's the main message we want to get at, is that nothing is separating us from our male counterparts, and we can do it and do it even better.
And for me, to an extent, as what Alia said, agreeing and disagreeing, it is hard sometimes, especially if you don't have the motivation or the drive from others or friends or families. Sometimes that's a setback for you if you don't have your own self-drive to say, all right then, I'm going to set out this goal to secure the bag, and you don't work towards it. So it pushes you back, or it have you laid back or lazy, as what Alia mentioned before. But Danielle, to agree with you, today we realized that some of the things that were in demand for males, or some ways to secure the bag, it's easier, or females can now match up to that now. So it sets a way for us to secure our bag better, or as equal as the males.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I should agree. I agree with what everyone said. And now is a time where women are more bold and we're assertive, so we don't, we secure our bag ourselves. So it's not difficult. If I should add, I should say that it's easier for women to actually secure their bag today. Not being feminist or anything, but we're better with money. And money better.
Yeah.
Wow, I just love the responses from everyone. And what I'm really getting is, your gender is not something that should stop you from securing your bag.
Right.
So on the last episode, we looked at how men secure their bag, and on this episode, we're looking at how women secure their bag. And what we're really getting at is what you need is the drive, the passion, and the perseverance to push through so that you can secure your bag. Yeah, man, loving these answers. All right, so the next question is, has the pandemic had an impact on how you secure your bag? And if your answer to that question is yes, what impact has it had?
Okay, let me go first. I'm not going to lie. At the start of the pandemic, well, before, I was saving a lot, like I had a lot of money. But the pandemic came, I had to be dipping in my bag. So it did affect, I don't know who the pandemic didn't affect. It affected everyone. It affected everyone. So yes, it has affected us, but I haven't say, oh, it's the pandemic, so let me not save or let me not secure what I'm supposed to secure. Like, we're used to the pandemic now, so we have to get with the times and still secure.
The times.
Yes, so it did affect us in the beginning. Well, it did affect us, but not right now. I am definitely securing my bag.
Period.
Love that.
Alright, as for me, funny enough, the drive to help me to secure my bag started through the pandemic.
Same.
It gave me a push because I was like, alright, then we're in the pandemic and we realized that something has to happen. We have to do something in securing our bag, and I needed money. We didn't want money. So I was looking at a few options and a few things, and I said, alright then, I'll take the risk and things started and it expanded, and I'm here now, even though things aren't so good right now, but in terms of securing my bag with my business. But I'm here, and it started through the pandemic. So while the pandemic affected or might affected a few women in securing their bag, it also opened eyes for some persons. Like
some opportunities.
Yes, it led to different opportunities and expansion for some women or business women to secure their bag.
Right. I think for me, the pandemic definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, because I was going in my 3rd year, and a few of my scholarships fell through, and I was like, okay, Jano, I want to finish NCU, but money needs to be there. And I actually, like, in my entire 3rd year, I was working full-time and going to school full-time. And it was something that I had to do. I entered the real working world pretty early, and I was doing it, and it prepared me to continue pushing for what I want. So I think that's something that definitely, it really helped me.
Well, for me, to secure my bag, I had to depend on my mother, because she was the one who would, give me allowance, basically, right? And there was, in summer of the pandemic, I was sitting and I'm like, no, man, I can't just depend on my mother. I can't just depend on my mother for money and to secure my bag. So then I went out and I got a job, a good opportunity, like a great opportunity, and that is how, I'm securing my bag now. So the pandemic has impacted me positively, which I am grateful for.
Wow, I'm really loving all of these responses, and what this shows is your perspective is everything. Because for you guys, you were able to look at the pandemic, okay, this is a setback, this is a bit different than what I would have expected, what I would have seen my year looking like, but let's work with it. Let's see how we can still secure our bag during this time. I just love that. Now, my next question is, how do you manage to stay focused doing all of this? Listen, we're all university students, we all are involved in so many other extracurriculars, and how do you remain focused? How are you still getting those amazing grades and participating in the extracurriculars and securing the bag at the same time? You have to tell us how. Tell us, Alia.
Well, for me, I guess it's prioritizing what's important first, and you have to be able to motivate yourself, right? And plus the money, it really motivates you to go hard, right? It really motivates you to go hard. So I think that I am not easily distracted, and once I put my mind to something, yes, I am going to focus. I'm going to focus.
Everybody? Okay. I think for me, it sometimes can be so overwhelming doing everything, and you want to ensure that you're doing your best in everything. Right? But like Alia said, it's always about prioritizing, and we have to learn to pace ourselves. So you do one thing at a time. Like today, I have a long to-do list, and I'm like, okay, Danelle, I need to be at this recording, and then you just set it out in a way that you try to give your best to everything, and at the same time, you ensure that you're taking care of yourself.
Yes, true.
Definitely. That's very important, especially as university students who out here are clock some all night submit 11:59, and but at the same time, I feel like we're doing great. Man. Big up on us.
So definitely, we can't make our everyday life stop us from getting the bag, because the bag I forget. So we just have to set out ways in order to balance out everything. And as Danelle said, she have a long to-do list. We have to set our time and our dates, because we have to meet different things. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be on this level forever. We're going out there, and we're going to need a bigger bag. I mean, so we have to practice from now how to balance off everything, so it doesn't throw us off our game in securing the bag.
Love that.
Okay, so basically, I do the same thing that the ladies do. But one thing that I really do is accept help from people. Like,
That's
once you have friends in your circle that will help you, it is so much easier to focus. And it's also important to take a day that is focused on you. So Sundays you can take the day, do a little face mask and relax and read a book. So even though you're focused on getting your bag, do not
Neglect yourself.
Yes, don't do that. Like remember self-care
Yeah.
and don't get caught up in that and you're not focusing on things around you, especially friends and people, so that's important to accept help from people to really focus.
Definitely.
Wow.
That's a good
Wow,
yeah,
ladies, your responses were just 10 out of 10. I was literally making some mental notes, and I hope that our audience was making those notes as well, because we have to be able to remain focused and wow. That was good. And I think this question, the one that I'm about to ask, is the one, the question of the evening. If you knew someone who is at a point where you were before you started securing your bag, what advice would you give to them?
Okay, let me start. Okay. So I would definitely tell them to set realistic goals, especially with money, because sometimes, alright, you will see yourself having a large amount of money, but it's not really a lot if you don't know how to use it. So if you want to save, say 10 grand, not because your friend maybe can save 100 in a week and you only can save 10, just focus on what you can do. So set realistic goals with money and be abundant in your mindset. So whatever you're doing to generate income, remain positive about it. Be, always be proud of what you're doing. So that's just set realistic goals and remain abundant in your mindset.
Yes,
So,
man, you have to big up yourself.
Yeah,
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
by the way, I just want to put in a plug for Sam.
Hey,
Right?
Yeah.
Sam is doing amazing. She has, like she said, she has multiple businesses, and I'm really proud.
That legendary organics for one with your amazing products. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Yeah.
For me, just take the risk. Take the risk, but always have self-discipline in taking the risk. Because as Sam said before, if you don't discipline yourself, you can squander that money, or you can keep on watching the crowd and maybe pressuring yourself and say, how they do this in 1 week and I can't. But just have discipline, take the risk, and learn how to manage your expenses, and don't let them exceed. Live within your means.
And to add to what Samaya and Amon just said, number one, you have to educate yourself.
Whoa, that's it.
You have to educate yourself, right? And invest in yourself. To secure the bag, you have to invest in yourself. Because a lot of us as women, for example, let's say the stock market, Jamaica stock exchange, any market, Some persons might look at it and say, hey, they don't know how to invest in the market. You have to have a lot of money, but you don't know if you don't educate yourself. So you have to educate yourself, and as Amai said, take risk. Definitely take the risk.
Definitely, and just to add, I think, and this is kind of like a shade to myself, wherein many of us have skills and talents, and I'm so proud of you ladies for going out. But for me, I have not started on what I know that is my passion. So my advice to anyone watching is start.
Definitely.
And start where you are, start with what you have, and don't be afraid to fail. I think especially as people with entrepreneurial mindsets or people with talents, we're so afraid of failing, or we want the first thing we make to be perfect. The best things in life never come out perfect on the first try. Or easy, right? It takes a lot of trying. And so that's my encouragement to you and to myself. Don't be afraid of failure, and grow and trust the process.
And you can actually learn.
You learn a lot more from the failure than from an easy road.
Wow, I was literally making my notes, and I'm just going to recap because those were some solid points. Set realistic goals, take the risk, be disciplined, live within your means, educate and invest in yourself. Start where you are, start with what you have, and don't be afraid to fail. Wow. Those are some amazing points, ladies, and I feel like I am that little girl who's at that point. So that's me. So one last thing though. Two of us here are some big bad entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Like some solid businesses. So
Right.
real quick, I just want you all to give us a little, little synopsis, give yourself a little big up. If you want to shout out yourself or something like that, now is the time to do so. So Sam, you can go ahead first.
Alright, so as I said before, I'm a serial entrepreneur, but my
CEO,
daily business is a Legendary Organics because I started it when I was 16 in high school. And it means a lot to me, but I don't really want to give a big story. But basically what we do, we supply skincare and hair care, yoni products for the ladies. So you can follow us on Instagram at legendary.organics, and that's legendary with 2 I's, not a Y. So you can follow me. So
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah. Alright, and as for me, as some persons might know, I operate my business from home, which is Combos at Moy. And you can follow us on Instagram at Combos at AT Yeah, for the good food. We operate on weekends. Currently closed at the moment, but we're looking to reopen on the second weekend in March. Not certain about the exact date, but the second weekend in March, somewhere around the 10th of March or somewhere there. And I'm always doing some little things on the side. I'm always trying some things. So for now, I have a cookout scheduled for March the 1st. You can buy tickets, chicken, fish, curry goats, and good food because I'm a good chef. I prepare them. So the 4th of March, yes, the Friday after Ash Wednesday. So you can look out for that. And as I said, not only my business, but I'm always taking the risk of trying small events, cake sales, etc. So just look out and follow my page at Combos at Moy for more. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies. And I can attest that the products from both sides solid. I've had moist food, listen. And some have used some of Sam's products and they're really good. Guys, you should check out the Instagram pages. Just check out them, support them in any way that you can. What I want to say right now is thank you so much, ladies, for participating in our discussion on how women secure the bag. I was truly impacted by it, and I'm sure that so many of you were as well. So with that being said, I just want to thank you all again for coming out. Thank you for sharing with us, and I wish you all the best in your securing the bag process, in your businesses, in all endeavors that you plan to take on in the future. Thank you everyone for watching.
Bye.
And our giveaway question for this episode is: give 2 tips that the ladies gave for beginners in securing their bag. That is, give 2 tips that the ladies gave for beginners in securing their bag. Head on over to our Instagram page with your answer. That is at philmelodia_club with 3B.
Thank you so much for staying with us to the end of our financial seminar, and it was so informative, wasn't it? I'd like to thank our panelists, that is Amoy, Dinel, Alia, and Samia. I'd like to also thank our host, Abigail. Thank you for coming out and vibing with our panelists. I'd like to thank you, our audience. Without you, we could not have put on this seminar once again. I'd like to thank God and to our chosen film. Thank you so much for recording for us time and time again. Join us next time. Stay tuned for more.